Fat people, Sam.
Indeed.
Fat people. Now, I'm overweight. I've been working on it. Like I say, people have commented I've lost weight. I'm back in the gym now. Been working out regularly, so I'm kind of like trying to convert fat into muscle. And up top, it's going well. Still got a bit of the gut. That's going to take some time. As long as the scorpions leave me alone, I'll be able to get in the gym that I've built on the reg, and hopefully by the end of 2018, look less like a mess, right? Which is fine.
Ideal.
And again, yeah, ideal, right? And I've said this. I don't mind as an overweight guy when people say you should probably lose some weight. It's like, oh yeah, thanks for noticing. I'm, that is a very good suggestion, right? It's fine. Like people throw fat around as an insult. I think if you try and do it as an insult, it's kind of weak. But the reality is, we can all agree with one thing: like being fat isn't good. It's not good. It's suboptimal. There was probably a time in human history when being fat was fine, right?
I mean, it was always suboptimal, wasn't it? It was always unhealthy.
No, because there's period. The reason we store fat the way we do.
Nah, but I mean, like fat, like or be obviously like more heavy than we are now, sure.
Well, you remember all the medieval motherfuckers, like that have
they
like
were dying at like 30, though, mate. Who knows?
Yeah. But like it was considered a sign of opulence and wealth.
Yeah. But I mean, just like health.
They all had gout.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
But anyway, you know how it is. I mean, like for me, how we eat now because of mass-produced food and everything else, like we're seeing increased instances of people being fat. It's generally poor people who are obese and fat. It's kind of the inverse of what we used to see, hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. But it's just like, you shouldn't be fat. It's not good for you. And we've got some insanely fat people now. Like we must have some people who are the fattest people ever in human history. Like I watch all those like reality shows when they come on, and it's like, was it Jerry Springer that had the guy who was like
cut out the wall to bring him to hospital?
They had to cut out a wall to airlift him to a hospital. I watched this other documentary. You can get it on YouTube. Called Fat Girls and Feeders. Always stayed in my mind. And basically it's about the sort of codependent relationship between the morbidly obese and men who have sexual fantasies about the morbidly obese. And what happens is the men get these fat women and then they feed them up to a point where they become so fat they can no longer care for themselves. And right, exactly. So these men are, again, like these weird fucked up predators. You can go watch the documentary Fat Girls and Feeders. It was on Channel 4 in the UK. There's this mad quote where this guy who looks like Napoleon Dynamite's brother is going, and I like to call myself an enabler. She wants to have all of the finer things in life. I provide those things. She wants for nothing. And then after that, it's a really good impression.
That's a creep. That's what it's all about.
No, sorry, mate. I would be a great voice artist. Literally, I'm available for voice work. And if you ever need a creepy feeder in a video game, come get me. But anyway, so this guy, and then what he does is, after giving that speech about how he's an enabler, he takes you around the house, and he's built like winches.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like Willy Wonka, like even the walls are edible. You can just lick the wallpaper.
Because he has to like lift her out of the bed to get her, and he's built all of these things. And like there's this one scene where he talks about how to get her big because she was losing weight and he didn't know why. He funneled liquid fat, like a funnel, and just fed her liquid fat. It's insane. Fat Girls and Feeders. So I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Like, it's the size of some people we have today. It's just mind blowing. Like, do you remember when you were like? I grew up in the 80s. Do you remember the fat kid from the Goonies?
Yeah. He was just chubby, wasn't he? Now he's just a regular kid.
He's not even fat. He weren't even fat. He just had a little bit of puppy fat. And they had him, he was doing the truffle shuffle. Yeah. But he just wasn't. He's not even, he'd be the thin kid in the movie now. Like, he'd be the cool kid. Like, it's fucking mental, isn't it? So there's definitely something wrong. There's definitely something going on. But anyway, all deranged mad tangents as usual in my tired brain. But there was a story from Birmingham, right? And I don't even understand why this is a story. First of all, you're going to be buckled immediately, right? So you're going to be buckled by the headline, and then you're going to be super buckled by the picture in the fucking story. This is from Birmingham, right? Taxi firm accused of banning 55 stone couple after the suspension breaks on 2 cabs.
On 2 cabs?
Yeah, 2. They broke 2. They were that big. Hey, but look at this. You scroll down.
Why has he got an owl, mate?
Why is he owling? Why is he owling?
Why has he got an owl?
Hey, Marcus Edwards. He's 29, by the way. Like it's like
I was going to say stone, but he's even heavier than that.
yeah. He's like, I'm morbidly obese, but check out this fucking owl. Why is he owling? Could they not find?
Brings his food to him, mate.
Just a regular photo, please. Just a regular picture.
Crisps.
Then you scroll down, and Mrs. is there. She's 19 stone, which, you know, I suppose in the ground. So do the math. That makes him 36 stone, Sam.
Yeah,
So,
it's written there,
yeah. So she's not even that big, but like she shouldn't get any of the blame really for breaking the taxi.
No, they should have just said 36 stone man breaks suspension.
Yeah, exactly. But she's a porker, like no doubt about it. And she's straight snaking for some reason. I don't even understand why that's going on. He's owling, she's snaking. What is going on, motherfucker? They're just wilding out in that house. What is it, fucking Jumanji? What do I mean?
Look at that picture, mate. Looks like she's squatting it. Doing deadlifts with a snake. Like, oof.
I'll get. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why she's overweight. She's just been exercising with fucking snakes instead of weights.
He's lifting owls.
Yeah, he's owl lifting. Right.
Nice owl curl. Get my biceps up.
So anyway, just read this, okay? And this is a hard bit of the show. This is Sam. I mean, this is really it's tough not to laugh, right? I am obese because of my medical problems. Now, first, this is what Marcus had to say for himself, the owl man. I do want to say I would wager a lot of his medical problems probably come from the obesity, not the other way around. I'm just going to go on record and say that's my gut, no pun intended, feeling. You know what I mean? Like, let's just look at the list of problems that he has. It says he's got cellulitis in his legs. That's fat. Body fluid problems.
Fat.
He has blood clots in his lungs and heart. Probably from not doing exercise. Probably it's because you got fat.
And eating all that fat.
Yeah, definitely, right? So I'm just going to... my gut feeling here is that, you know, the medical problems are caused by being fat. I don't think him being... I mean, sure, when you're fat, that then causes medical problems. But I think at 29...
Yeah, but the condition is fat.
Yeah, there's a way out, you know? You can still get out of this, Marcus. But anyway, I am obese because of my medical problems. But this is discrimination against large people like me, pure and simple. Nope. Mate.
You just don't fit, mate. You're breaking my cars. Don't know what. I ain't got a fucking construction crane available to me, mate. Sorry, if it was, I'd charge you for it, but I ain't.
You're breaking a car when you get in a car, and the people who own the cars are saying, stop getting in the cars because you're breaking the cars. That's not discrimination. You're breaking the car. It can't even take you anywhere afterwards, can it? What do you want to do? You just want to keep trying cars all day till they find one with the fucking suspension.
Golden suspension, like this is the one.
What's he talking about? He goes on. I don't believe I have knackered 2 cars' suspensions. I think they just don't want a person of my size around them. They should realize I suffer from a disease called obesity. After all the money we have spent with them, they should be ashamed. I don't care how much money you've spent. Put it this way, unless it's more than the cost of 2 cars, they're down on the fucking deal, you mad fat cunt. They're like, what is that? After all the money we've spent, yeah, we had to replace 2 cars. You know, how did you spend 60 grand with this taxi firm? Nah. All right, sound. We are both angry and upset with their attitude. We think they are persecuting us because we are overweight, but we can't help it. Definitely can help it.
Stop it.
Definitely can. We all can help it.
It's not.
I'll let you up.